Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we have a greenskins versus dwarf matchup. And I do have my typical dwarf smashing army. Biggins, squig hoppers, archers, rock lobbers, nasty skulkers, mangy marauders. Over here, you have a very similar army. You can see 2 rock lobbers and doom diver. He's got a ton of stuff in the forest. Biggins, black orcs, trolls, nasty skulkers, some night goblin fanatics, and forest goblins with lethal poison. So, yeah, you can see just getting ready to push up. These dwarves knew we were going to bring rock lobbers, so they brought what they believed was going to beat it. And I think the answer to this is gyrocopters. You need these gyrocopters, and God, do they have a ton of gyrocopters. You can see 6 gyrocopters here, ready to take it to us. They've got a ton of cav, and they deployed it forward, which is super important in an artillery duel, so they can't just start trading with your infantry while you try and trade with their artillery. So you can see tons of artillery here: goblobbers, grudge throwers, cannons, bolt throwers. He's got but since he spent so much here, he's had to kind of skimp out other places. Dwarf warriors. He does have Throny Ironbrow, an Ethereal Runesmith, a Master Engineer, and Belgar Ironhammer. He's also got some Thunderers and some Rangers, as well as the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, which is just an amazing unit all around. Great bring, always. Over here you can see 2 units of cannons with some Master Engineers, Thunderers, main line of Dwarf Warriors, and Longbeards. And then some Dwarf Warriors with Grey Weapons in the back, and Ungrip Iron Fist. This is army smaller because he brought 4 gyrocopters. So anyways, we'll get this started. Oh, my ally does have Azag Slaughter. He's going to be running away from these guys, which is a good move. Over here you can see pulling my mangy marauders in, but they are getting shot at. I'm pulling my goblobbers up, trying to get them in range of the infantry. There's really not much else I can do. And I'm pulling my nasty skulkers up as well, just so I can try and smoke bomb as my night goblin archers open fire. You can see they're taking a ton of damage. My poor nasty skulkers. And my mangy marauders are getting shot at as well, so there you can see dropping that smoke bomb, trying to just make sure if he does try and run away, he can't. Trying to eliminate the models on one of these guys, try and get them out before the bombs. You can see my poor mangy marauders. I should have been running them around in circles. Bombs coming down as I open fire. So this is not a great start to the battle. You can see I'm lined up in column formation. I went from long ways to stacked, and I'm going to just be moving through this forest. My ally's doing the same, and I've just kind of left my goblins out here to die. And distract and use ammo and whatever. As my rock lobbers try and push up, do whatever they need to do. So you can see this is going to go on for quite a while. My mangy marauders always come back, and we're going to keep hounding these guys, try and stop them from just murdering our rock lobbers. They are using their bombs on them rather than our biggins and our skulkers, which is good. See, we're pushing up here. Cannons are opening fire as well. More bombs being dropped. But they're doing a great job of microing these guys, and we really don't have enough range to deal with 6 gyrocopters. So they're a nice bomb on my Durestiers, and I'm trying to dodge, but he actually had used both of those bombs already. So over here, we haven't taken out a single one yet, but we have used a lot of their bombs. We're starting to get through their ammo. You can see bombs coming down on mangy marauders. They are starting to target our infantry, which is not the best, but we do have that kind of tree cover, which is good. Over here, you can see he's moving up unmolested, thankfully. All the gyrocopters are focused on me, which is not good, but it means his rock lobbers should be opening fire here soon. And you can see smoke bomb coming down on this guy, just so I can try and keep him here. Trying to take out there. You can see I did take out 1 gyrocopter as we move up. And now you can see the gyrocopters are going to switch over here. They've realized they kind of crippled a lot of my artillery, so now they're moving over there. I do still have some left, so they will be opening fire on something soon. I believe on this one I have 1. Yeah, I've got 1 rock lobber left, and they're gonna be lining up with like 300 goblins on like the 1 rock lobber. And then over here, so you can see now the fight has begun. I've got into the main line, hoping if I can just get in here. I can stop that artillery from being super cost effective. You can see Itchy Nuisance being dropped. Just trying to help out, keep my goblin alive. Over here you can see he did get caught on some slayers, his whole army essentially, but they'll cut through them just because there's so many of them. And slayers don't have the best melee defense, and you can see these trees are covering them from that thunder fire. Over here you can see, yeah, just Biggins taking some damage on the way in. My squigs did come through here, and I snuck them through the line, and I'm going to be bringing them into the back of these rangers, and you can see my Durkit squigs coming around here as well. And I've got some Biggins. I saw he had kind of this flank, and he was moving these guys back, so I'm going to try and charge them with the Biggins as I shut down these rangers and these squigs. And you can see sneaking around some of my more Biggins around here. And my Goblin Rocklobber. Are they still shooting at him? That's a very good question. Oh, I think they're shooting at Azag. But you can see this one's still active. It's throwing. It's got 4. And you can see my goblins still trying to hunt down those guys. Really just shooting my own troops in the back. But you can see here my Biggins are just slaughtering these dwarf warriors who really don't have any armor piercing. I don't know if they can get through 66 armor. But I'm definitely cutting through their armor, and you can see these squigs shut down his missile troops hard. But his heroes are on my squig hopper, so they're taking a bit of damage. Over here you can see they did get into my squig hopper as well. These guys kind of got stuck on these dwarf warriors, which was sad. Instead of nasty Kulkers in the back, still need to deploy some of these guys. I think I'm about to get a side charge here. Let's go take a look at the other side of the battlefield. You can see, yeah, just slowly moving up. Forest goblins coming in, squigs are coming in the front, and it looks like he spent so much money on artillery and gyrocopters, he doesn't really have what it needs to protect all this investment. But they have used most of their ammo, so I guess who cares at this point. The squig herd are going to get in there and shut these guys down. I'm excited to see kind of the kills at the end here. You can see my Biggins have gotten into the dwarf warriors. My Biggins did kind of finally cut through here, so I'm going to be getting a nice flank charge soon. The Biggins are going up against Throny Ironbrow, and my ally was nice enough to cast an extended cast over like whatever range increase on Throny, so it did a decent amount of damage. And then I cast what's it called? Sneaky stabbing on my Orc Biggins who were fighting him, so they did a ton of magic damage to him. Over here you can see finally shut down the cannons. Gyrocopter's getting some nice rear shots. My rusty arrows are out of ammo, sadly. You can see Azag is just kind of being swarmed by gyrocopters. You can see these trolls are getting in there, but these thunders are teeing off. You can see these goblins unsupported here by leadership just rout. You can see these slayers still holding down with some dwarf warrior buddies, holding down a ton of cash from the greenskins. Night Goblin fanatics are definitely going to lose to Longbeards. They have almost no chance in that fight. But you can see these Biggins, the Warlord boys, doing pretty well. The Biggins cutting through, and then you can see over here I do bring my Night Goblin Warboss in, and he's going to be giving some nice AoE buffs here. You can see these Warriors of Dragonfire Pass got crushed between these guys. Orc Biggins getting that sneaky stabbing. Trying to take out Throny Ironbrow, and I'm trying to keep my Night Goblin Warboss away from Belgar and Throny just because they'll crush him decisively. So you can see pulling back the artillery, but I'm doing a nice job of kind of surrounding and isolating infantry here. He did get a nice surround on these Durkit squigs, but you can see they're lasting a decently long time anyways. Look at these Grudge Throwers opening fire on Azag and actually doing a decent amount of damage with the help of the Master Engineer, who is up to, when you do that, it's up to like 700 armor piercing damage, which is great. You can see these trolls are getting isolated, routing out the field without leadership. Getting some Biggins into these dwarf warriors though, it's going very well. You can see they're still held down here in the forest. Lots of Savage Orc Moorboys, nasty Kulkers, forest goblins, all sorts of stuff. You can see Gyrocopters just kind of teeing off in the back line. You can see Azag just getting hunted by the Grudge Throwers, by the Gyrocopters. He's taking a ton of damage. He's going to be routed off the field, which is not good for us. But you can see I'm kind of wrapping this up. My Night Goblin Warboss is helping out. There's Throny Ironbrow. I think he died to a Azag Spirit Leech. And you can see Belgar is just surrounded by a ton of armor piercing damage. He's just slowly getting dragged down into death. Now it's really just heroes left. Itchy Nuisance coming down is really going to decrease their combat effectiveness. These gyrocopters chasing Azag off the field. Goblins trying to deal with these gyrocopters. Look how much money is still in this forest. Oh my goodness. Good job from this dwarf player over here. But you can see, I guess these trolls and squigs got into the thunder line, shut that down. Ungrim is coming down the hill though. Still got a ton of gyrocopters, so they are running out of ammo. You can see the cannons still operational, still firing. Jeez, I don't know what they're shooting at, but these cannon crew don't really stand a chance. Master Engineer just slowly getting swarmed. You can see the gyrocopters running out of ammo, thankfully, finally. You can see Belgar is fleeing. I really didn't want him to come back, so I couldn't have let this detachment just do whatever it wanted, chase it down, while the rest of my guys went to help my ally. You can see my Rustiers who are out of ammo. I'm going to be all angry and just going to charge this hill. And they'll do fine at stopping this cannon from firing. They don't have the worst melee stats. They do poison melee damage. They do more melee damage than range damage. They're gonna run in here. Stab me in the butt. See, the troll is doing a nice job of taking down that Master Engineer. Spirit Leech, Azag came back, but he's gonna shatter when he kind of gets in range of those Thunderers. I'm surprised these cannons are still active. 95 kills and 150 is not bad. See Ungrim fighting these trolls. Cannons helping to deal with those trolls as well. Oh my god, still in the forest. Forest goblins are routing. More boys with their magic damage are not going to be very helpful here. You can see my squig hoppers did get in here and they're finally going to shut them down, but they're taking some nice fire. But yeah, you can see balance of power just definitely in our favor at this point. See, my forest goblin just, or my goblin Dwarf just running poor Belgar off the field. Personally, oh, he actually gets him. There goes Belgar. Not the most honorable death. No more Karak 8 peaks. You can see Ungrim just kind of slaughtering, scaring off all this stuff. Without their lord, they're just really going to rout. But at this point, yeah, I just kind of have too much left. Ready to keep charging down through. And it's really just going to be Ungrim. I do have some ammo to kind of isolate Ungrim. Shoot him to death, maybe. But he does have a decent amount of armor. He's got, 125, so he's got a ton of armor. See my squig hoppers running around, just going to go finish stuff off. And you can see this massive contingent in the forest finally leaving. And they're going to come over here and deal with Ungrim. See my goblin big boss is coming as well. Rock lobbers still firing. Shooting at stuff in the forest, hitting my Durkit squigs. And yeah, at this point you can see the trolls just cleaning up the heroes. All my staff is coming back. We just gotta swarm him. Spirit Leech, it looks like, or Axe of Dargo. Gork will fix it to just reduce his vigor. You can see I'm buffing up all his stuff. Seeing who's gonna win in the end. I got Shaman all fanatic. He's gonna run in there. Yeah, pretty close game. The gyrocopters did very well. I probably would have just saved the bombs for my biggins. And I think without armor piercing, you can't really deal with the biggins. So maybe like a dwarf warrior with great weapon front line, or a longbeard with great weapon front line, or even some miners might trade effectively. You saw those dwarf warriors just get trashed. So it's definitely going to be a Pyrrhic victory. Lots of goblin losses on my side. You can see my rock lobbers not paying for themselves. My archers not paying for themselves. Mangy marauders getting shut down, but my biggins doing very well. And my Durkit squigs as well. Shutting down the firing line of Rivet here with 0 and 11 kills. So definitely something that was a boon for me. Over here you can see biggins did very well. Squigs, trolls, Azag as well. You can see helped really shut down Throny, which was nice. And then you just see these dwarf warriors did not do very well. But the artillery and the gyrocopters, 151, 113, 25, 89, 63, 55. That's not the best kills, but you can see the cannons did very well. And so did this Goblopper. 150 is amazing. But anyways, thanks so much, guys, for playing, and that's that.